crazy, man. Oh wow. Hang on a sec. I know what I want to say. I know what I want to say. I just don't want to ramble. I don't want to ramble. I just want to get to the point. Okay, so if you're watching this, congratulations, because this is the very first video that I'm making in regards to making a business. This is going to be my first business, and I genuinely believe it's a massive, like monumental business. I'm not talking Amazon or like Apple or anything like that, but we're talking high hundreds of millions of pounds. Just to give you an idea of like how big I believe this business is. But before I get into sort of like what the business is going to be and all that sort of stuff, I'm gonna I just want to hit home. I want to hit home where we are today in society, because this business idea that me and my mate Mabs we had was like, it was years ago. It was 15, 20, probably even longer years ago, like so far back. And now I can just build it on my ones. It's crazy where we've come. Let's go through story time and into sort of like why I'm doing this. So back in the day, it was probably, this all probably came about after, do you know the film Social Network, the origin story of Facebook? I think it was called Social Network or Network, something like that. But basically it was how Netflix came to be, not Netflix, Facebook. It was how Facebook came to be Facebook. And then after that, you heard it. It was such a shift. It would just be like, just people were like, oh, that's a right, cool idea. That's a good app idea. Or, this is a good idea. This will be a good idea. So if you have ever in your life just sort of like seen something and go, oh, that'll be, you're talking to your mate in the bar, the side of a football pitch, in the taxi, wherever, just casual conversation, and you've gone, oh man, this will be a cool idea, won't it? Like, imagine if you could do it. Imagine if there was an app and you could do this and this and this and this, and you're just having that natural. If you have had that conversation, then do not stop. Don't skip, because I'm gonna bring it home. Because where we are in life, where with AI, it's crazy, mate. It's crazy. You can have that conversation with your mate, but just swap your mate out and swap your mate out for Lovable. Have that conversation with Lovable, and boom, your app's made. Your idea is made. Let me say that nice and slow and concise, so you know that I am 100% of what I have just said. You can have an idea in your mind, and you can voice that idea from your mind to your voice to the computer, and then the computer will build the thing that's in your mind. Like, what are you doing? There is zero excuses now. Zero, mate. There's no excuse that you can have to not be doing something. There's not. It's gone. It's gone. The fact that you can, if you can imagine it and you can voice it, it can be built. That's it. That's it. So if you have ever had any of those types of conversations with your mates, your pals, parents, sons, daughters, whatever, casual conversation, you can now do it. And Lovable, that I've just mentioned, is just one. That's just one of the plethora of softwares and apps and whatnot to do this. Lovable is just one. Lovable is just the one that I first was introduced to, so that's what I'm using. I just know, just by doing research and stuff, I just know that there's so many other apps. So if you want to sort of like, if you're sort of intrigued into like, that sounds very interesting. If I can imagine it and voice it, I can build it. If you're interested, you can. Don't Google search. Go onto YouTube and then type lovable.dev. And or what you could do, because obviously I'm a bit more invested in this way. It's called, they've coined it vibe coding. Vibe coding, VIBE coding. That's what they're calling it now. So maybe just type, what is vibe coding? How can I vibe code? I want to vibe code. All of that. I use bloody YouTube. So either specifically lovable.dev or vibe coding. There you go. And then from there, you'll find out. From there, you will find out. You will be like, what on earth? So that's where we are today. Back in the day, we really give it really give it a shot. I'm talking I went to Chamber of Commerce. I'm from the North Yorkshire. I was flying down to London for doing investment, sort of like networking and stuff like that. We trust me, we tried. Now, a little bit of accountability, like if we just kept on going and kept on trying, I believe we might have got a bit of investment. We didn't go down. I don't even think we knew, like crowdfunding probably was a thing, but it wasn't. I didn't know about it. I didn't know it existed or anything like that. Like now, it's hard to look back in retrospect and knowing what I know now, it's hard to look back and was that available back then? I can't remember. So, because it was such a long time ago. But I believe if we stuck it out, we might have got somewhere. But it was just so hard, and I didn't know any of the stuff that I know now. So it was just, we were at a dead end. It was like, what are we, like, how? Because every corner, everything we tried, there was always the one thing stopping us. The one thing was, can you show me? Can you show me? Have you got something? Have you got something that you can show me with? And I was like, no, I don't, like, no, I can draw it out. He's like, no. I need you to like, I need to see if you got like an MVP. Man, did I know what MVP stood for? Nope. Well, like MVP, no, I don't have an MVP. I just knew that I didn't have an MVP because if I had one, I'd have known what it was. But yeah, didn't have an MVP, didn't have any of that. I was like, oh my god, this is so difficult. But when I spoke it out, everybody, every single person I spoke to about it was like, yo, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. That's a big idea. And then we did manage to speak to Mabs, my mate who was doing it. He knew a developer, or I can't remember the link, but we sat down and we spoke to a developer, and then the developer was like, "This is big. This is big." Even an MVP, which is minimal viable product, so basically a prototype, like a working prototype sort of thing. I think it's like I think you have a prototype and then you have the minimal viable products. I think it's the next step up from a prototype. But he said even to build an MVP, we're talking back then as well. We're talking thousands and like hundreds and thousands, like if not like minimal like 60 grand or something like that. I was like, man, we like what? Like, nah, mate, that's like no, that's impossible. Like that number was like unfathomable. It was just like. And I think that was when we was like, it's dead, mate. It's dead. We can't like. It's not even gonna get off the ground. It's not gonna get off the ground. We honestly we put our all into it. So moving on. I'm watching just like my usual YouTube, and I watch a guy called Gary Vee. He's just a business guy. He talks about like business and marketing and stuff like that. It's really, I love it. I love that. I don't know why. I don't even have a business. Like I say, I don't even have a business. I don't even have. I just like it. I just like coming up with ways, and I just do it in my head. I don't even have anything to market, to sell, to whatever, but I just love coming up with, they could do this, you could do that. I'm out there, I'm like, mate, if I had a car wash, like, what are they doing? All these hand car washes, like, mate, if I had a hand car wash, I'd be I'd be all over it, I'd do this, like, they're not even doing they're not even doing social media, not even doing the basics, there's no basics. Anyway, that's my passion coming out. So I'm watching this video, and the Gary Vee, who it is, he's doing like a Q&A. He does like a Q&A thing, and it's like inspiring entrepreneurs like myself. Don't have anything. I'm just like, I want to do something. I want to do something with my life. I want to do something, build something. And this one guy, that's what he was saying. He was like, Gary was asking him, like, what's your passion? What would you do for free? What do you love doing? And he was like, I don't really have a passion. I mean, I watch sport and I like it. I'm like, passion's a bit of a stretch. I don't have any passions. I don't have any. But my passion is building things, like me talking to my mates and like coming up with solutions to problems and like coming up with ways on how would we build something. And then Gary Vee was like, okay, right, fine. Dedicate the rest of your life to figuring out how Lovable works. It was literally just like that. He didn't really get into what Lovable was. It was just like, just figure out Lovable. It's fine. All right. If that's what you want to do, what your job is, what I'm telling you to do is go figure out Lovable. Go figure out Lovable. That's it. So I was like watching it, but that stuck with me. I was like, what's this Lovable? Like the guy was saying he wants to solve problems and build things. And Gary Vee said, dedicate your life to figuring out what Lovable is. So obviously I go and lovable.dev. And I go on Google lovable.dev and I click on it. I see the thing. Sometimes you see it and you're like, is this it? I don't know. Lovable.dev. Looks like it. Boom, click. And then you click on it, and then let's have a look. So it's up here. You so I'm looking at it, and it says the homepage says build something lovable, create apps and websites by chatting with AI. So before I did like signed up or anything like that, I went into that's when I went into YouTube. I typed it in. Did like 30 seconds of research, watched like the 50 minutes of like video on Lovable, and what I've literally just said to you was like all those times you had those conversations about this is a cool idea, all those types of conversations were like running in my head, and then that one app that me and Mabs were thinking about, and we tried and it didn't. I was like, what if we can build it? What if we can build the MVP of the app that we wanted to build years ago? Mate, I was on the blower straight away. I was like, yo, Mabs, guess what? I was like, do you remember the app? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, we can build it. He was like, what the fuck? I was like, what are you on about? And I was like, mate, AI is next level. I can just go and I can talk to it, and we can build it. We don't need 60 or 100 grand. We don't need any money. Well, you do need money, but we don't need any money. We need hardly any money. We can build it. I was stressing. I was like proper, like crazy down the phone. And he was like, really? I'm like, yes. And then we start reminiscing on like what we were trying to build. And we're like, yep, we can build that. And it was like, are we doing this? I was like, are we doing this? Are we gonna do this? Are we doing this? Because at the time we was trying to like just do like a podcast sort of thing. It wasn't even a podcast. It was nothing. We were just messing around, recording, having conversations, thinking this could be a podcast one day. I was like, yo, I think we should do this. I think we should do this. This is what I think we should be doing. Because we tried so hard, and the only thing that was stopping us was an MVP. If we had the MVP, we would be having more of the conversations. We would have more conversations with investors and rah. Honestly, that was the roadblock that we kept hitting every single time. It was like MVP. Nah, alright, go this way. Roadblock. MVP. Nah. Oh my God, go this. MVP. No. That's what kept on happening. Now we're building it. We're building it, and it's massive. I swear, it's massive. Now I'm not saying I can build the full thing via with Lovable, because like I said, it's massive. But the MVP, doddle, mate, doddle. I'm in the process of building it. We're quite far ahead, and that's why I'm like, this is 100% doable, and this is why I've started this, because wouldn't it be cool as fuck if, just imagine, like, I'm not comparing, like, again, I'm not comparing myself to Apple, Amazon, Tesla, whatever, right? Uber, right? I'm not deluded. I understand. But just imagine like a big company, and the person just recording like step by step, like just recording, just literally documenting from fucking phase 0 to like where they are like now. Just imagine. I know there's like documentaries on stuff like this, and there's documentaries on who's the friggin' Apple guy. Who's the Apple guy? No, Musk. That's Tesla. Who's it? Steve Jobs. I know there's like documentaries on like Steve Jobs and stuff like that. But imagine if like Steve Jobs himself, imagine me being Steve Jobs and me like talking and going, right, I'm doing this and we're going to add this feature and we're going to this, and we need to source this material. This is the problem we're having. Like full on, boom, 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 to now. That would be sick. So I'm doing that. That is what I'm doing. That is what this is all about. And there is strategic. There's a strategic thing behind all of this as well in terms of like content, because that is whatever if you're gonna do anything in life, you have to, first of all, people need to know that the thing exists, and that thing is social. That medium is social media. That is where all the attention is. That is where people find out about things. It's literally how I find. If I wasn't on YouTube, which I know it's not social media, but I kind of put it in that bracket. I wouldn't have known about. I don't think I would have known. I would have got round to it eventually because I'm interested in AI. So I would have got around to it eventually, I believe. I don't know how long it would have taken me, but because AI is so big, I could have missed it. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. If I wasn't watching YouTube, I might not have known about it. And most things you find about through social media. So you have to. This is it's a fundamental thing that like the internet, websites. If you don't have a website, if you don't have online presence, like if you do not exist online, you don't exist out there. Holistic, generally speaking. Do you know what I mean? You're relying on someone driving past, and when they drive, do you know how many places I've driven past and I've gone, right, that's interesting, driven past, I'm gonna have to check that out one day. And just not. Because of the inconvenience of I have to go there, drive there, get out, go in, So it doesn't, I've done it hundreds of times. But seeing something online on social media, it's like, that's interesting. Give it a quick Google, give it a quick YouTube. That is interesting. Follow, like, share, whatever, all that jazz. That is it. That's the world we're in. So if you're not doing anything like that, then you're not gonna exist. So yes, there is that element as well. And this way, doing it this way as well, I'm not like, oh my god, like what kind of content shall I make? I don't know what to say. I don't know how to market it. I don't know what to do. Whereas this is easier. I don't really have to think. All I have to do is like, yo, guys, I'm building this. Yo. Sorry. Bloody hell. Yo, guys, I'm building this. Oh my god, I've come across this problem. I don't know how to solve it. Like I'm not thinking about how to create content. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. this is it, mate, guys. This is it. The business idea is massive. So if you're interested, obviously follow, like, share, whatever. We'll get more into like what it is and whatnot. Yeah, I know I haven't said exactly what it is. I'm kind of doing that on purpose, not because like, oh, suspense, strategy or anything like that. I'm scared. I don't want some big ass like conglomerate company just to be like, oh, that is a good idea, and then just build it because they have all the freaking resources to like to just build it in, like, like that. So kind of like protecting myself against it that way, which does lead on to another ideology that I want to talk to you about, which obviously I will talk to you about in the next video. So video 1 complete in a bit.